Yo, this your boy EC22, and this is the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Before we go any further, you know what I always say. Like, subscribe, share, but most of all, leave comments, because I want you to join this conversation. My road dog, the ugly guy at the top with the blue Texas Ranger hat on, you know that's Coach D-Way. But that handsome young fella down at the bottom, you know that's none other than Rangers former pitcher Jim Sundberg. What's going on, Jim?
Hey, good to be with you guys. You FairWeather fans. I love it.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
see you, Jim. Good to see you. Hey, for some of you younger fans that tune in, I just want to kind of catch you up. Jim, who's one of the most humble guys you ever meet, is a 15-year former Major League Baseball player and spent the majority of that here in Arlington, Texas, with our Texas Rangers. I got to go to 3 All-Star games. Let me say that one more time. We got a guy on the show tonight that was in 3 Major League Baseball All-Star games. He is and Jim, help me if I missed something. He's a 6-time Gold Glove winner. What that means is he played catcher, and he was picked 6 times to be the best defensive catcher during that year. Jim, am I close on that?
David, that's correct. 6. It should have been 9, but it was officially 6.
Okay, and
and
then also, and I'm hoping he has it on. Jim was the catcher for the 1985 World Series. That's a World Series ring. Kansas City Royals. He caught that series and they won. And obviously, he's got the hardware there, EC, to prove it. So, been
I seen
married.
it. I didn't have my shades on because it was blinding me a little bit, but I seen it.
I think Jim will be celebrating his 55-year wedding anniversary, right, Jim, later this year.
To my hometown sweetheart.
Beautiful wife, Janet.
Yeah.
They've got 3
55
grown
years.
kids.
You got it. Hey, and our next Bible study, he needs to go take a whole Bible study on that, how to get to 55. Because boy, I'm going on 19, but I don't know how I can make it. I'll be making it.
Jim,
What's up, Brandon? What's going on, brother?
Brandon? Jim was not only did he play ball, but he also was a television sports analyst, and he was an executive for the Texas Rangers alongside of a guy we may have all heard of named Nolan Ryan. Jim, how many years were you an executive for the Rangers?
6 years, senior executive vice president for 6 years, and that was with Nolan Ryan as president.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Jim also was inducted to the Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame in 2003. I'm using my cheat notes here.
Yeah.
But all those accolades and all those great things that he did as a baseball player, the thing that we love most about Jim Sundberg is he loves the Lord. He's a God-fearing man. He speaks at conferences in and around places and talks about his faith. That's very serious to him. That's the number one most serious thing to him. His family, his children all love the Lord. And so when you talk about a guy that got to do all the cool things as a Major League Baseball player and then the things afterwards, won a World Series championship, the thing that we love about Jim is how much he loves the Lord and how strong of a Christian man he is. So, Jim, we thank you for that. And thank you for being a role model to all of us guys and just being a super mentor to Eric and I. And thanks for being on the show for a few minutes with us tonight.
Well, thank you for having me. And David, you need to be my agent after that introduction. I'm looking for a new agent.
Don't get him started.
Thank you.
What's up, Sandstorm 5506, man? Thanks for watching. We're doing pretty well. Jonathan G, what's going on, my brother? Jonathan G.
I'm thinking that's Dalton. What's up, Dalton? Good to have you on tonight, brother.
Oh, that's
Doing
Dalton?
well.
Okay.
So I wanted Jim just to touch a little bit on some of the baseball questions that I wanted to ask him because we haven't talked about it yet this year. Jim, have you got a chance to watch? I guess we're about 3 weeks or so into the Major League season. Have you got a chance to watch anything? Have you been to any of the Ranger games? What do you think is what you've seen early on? Talk to us about some of that.
Well, thanks, Dave. I actually went to the 3 Seattle Ranger games last week in Arlington and got to see them sweep the Mariners.
Sweet.
And, it was a beautiful series of basically pitching and defense for the Rangers. They're top end loaded offensively in their lineup. I still have question marks at the bottom of the lineup, and that needs to improve. But I think the glaring thing for me early on is that they're still not a closer, which was an issue last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's something to be looked at.
So, Jim, on their starting pitching staff, how would you rate those guys from a staff, not just one guy? I don't want to talk about just Evaldi or DeGrom. Their starting pitching staff, you caught at one time more games behind the plate than any other Major League Baseball player, if I'm not mistaken. So
that's correct.
So I say that to say this: you know something about pitchers. So how do you grade this pitching staff that the Rangers currently have this year?
Well, I think it's a B+ or an A-.
Okay, it's exciting.
Rotation.
Okay.
I think it's in that area. My biggest thing about that is those guys staying healthy. There's been some injuries in that mixture, and if they stay healthy, then I think they're going to contend for the year. Even though I think it's going to be better than last year. And I think they need to figure out something about a closer, but I think they have the ability to contend.
What up, Lou?
What up, Lou? Lou, we have on a former Major League Baseball All-Star guy that caught for the Rangers, was a World Series winner for the Royals, hanging out with us tonight. So, man, thanks for jumping in. Go ahead, E.
Jim, I got a serious question. It's a fan question, but it's serious. I got to ask it. And I've been wanting to ask this. We had JP on here, who's a former pitcher for in the college. But I want to ask you, because you probably got the best view in the house. When you sitting back there and you're calling out pitches for the pitcher, are you involved in those decisions to go to pull them out? Like, what is that like for you? When you sit up there and you're catching, and a guy just thinking up that he just bad. Like, what's going through your mind?
Well, back when I was catching, I got the opportunity to actually call the game. Today, I'm not really sure where it's coming from, and with all the electronics and the earpieces and so forth. But
What's up, Coach?
It was my job to get in sync with the pitcher. It was my job to learn who I had on the mound, what he could do and couldn't do, and to try to get the most out of him. And so that was my role, was to try to be a facilitator and to be his best fan and try to get him into a good spot.
Along that same line, Jim, this is back in the day though, when the manager would come out and meet with you and the pitcher, did he ever just point blank look to you and say?
No, I was going like this before we went to the mound.
And then EC Jim's got stories he tells me about. He's like, okay, I'm calling this game, and these pitchers are out there shaking their head, know that they don't want to. I know these batters better than they know. I know what they can and can't hit because I've studied the scouting lineup, and I'm telling them what to throw, and they're saying no. And Jim's got great. Tell us, Jim.
Well, I've never been able to figure out why a guy that is less superior on a mound shaking off someone that's smarter. I've never figured that out. In fact, one time I want to come back and stand on the mound in a game and look in and go, no, I don't want to throw that pitch. And so, but they have the prerogative to do that. But when you're in sync with a guy, very little of that happens. And that's my role, as I said earlier, is getting in sync, knowing what the guy likes to do, knowing the situation, knowing the hitter, and getting them through each at bat at a time.
Cool.
Hey, is there a time or a story? Is there a story that you have to where a guy stayed on the mound longer than he should, and you was trying your best to send him to get him out, but they just wouldn't pull him out? Do you have a story?
That's true.
Like that?
And there are times where I was thinking that, and the guy ended up getting a guy out and then coasted for another 3 innings. I mean, the thing about, as I see today, the the biggest job that a manager has is really his pitching staff. When to pull a guy out, bring another guy in, and if you've got a really good bullpen, it's better to err on the side of the bullpen,
right,
and bring that guy in when you may have a little bit of doubt about the starting pitcher. And so managing that bullpen is the big thing. And today, I mean, you got these guys coming in for one inning blowing at 98 miles an hour. And you may have three of them lined up in a row. So anyway, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah. So you touched on the Rangers. You feel like if they can get a closer, that they're a legitimate playoff contender?
Yeah, I think. Well, it's bullpen by committee right now, and I think they're hoping that somebody comes forward out of the group that they have. I'm not sure what you can do to go get a guy. There may be those options, but I mean, I have a fantasy team this year, and I've got better options to go after closers or looking for a guy that can hold the team. But you not easily find a good closer in the middle of a season. They kind of come out of the woodwork.
Now, Jim, when going to that Seattle series, right, watching them sweep the Mariners, just by looking at their batters, if you could, how would you grade? What grade would you give the Rangers batters right now?
Well, I split it. After Berger. The first four are really legitimate. I know Langford is still trying to get his legs. I did see him hit the ball well, probably over 2 games. He didn't have a lot to show for it because they were out, but he hit the ball well. It looked like to me his swing was at that point coming around. But, the first 4 guys to Berger's good. Then after that, it's really kind of touch and go. Is Pendleton going to come through? How's Carter going to do? The catching has been I've liked the catching so far, matchups, the way they go. But right now it's a top end offense, and they need a little more help from the bottom of the order.
Okay, Jim, we got some questions coming in through Facebook. Let's get one. Jonathan G saying, question to the catcher, a fan question. Did you experience a pitcher as intimidating as Nolan Ryan? What are some of the scared batters and catcher stories from a pitcher you worked with?
Love that question.
Well, Nolan was there was something about Nolan that was scary, and what that was is that he just might hit you with the pitch if you swing too hard. He told Willie Wilson one time. He told Willie Wilson with the Kansas City Royals, leadoff hitter with speed, if you bunt on me, I'm going to bury you the next time up. So don't you ever bunt on me. Don't you ever bunt on me. And so, I mean, Nolan could be that way. There was a game in Arlington one time, and Clyde Wright was our pitcher.
Remember that, Clyde?
Clyde had been out to pitch the top of the first inning, and Nolan was pitching that night, so he was going to come out behind him for the visiting team. And Clyde threw a rubber snake in the grass right in front of the pitcher's mound because he knew after Nolan threw his last pitches, he would do his prance around the mound, kind of marking off his territory.
Yeah.
And then he saw that snake, looked at it, jumped, and then he picked it up and fired it in our dugout.
Oh, gosh.
He fired that snake into our dugout. He didn't think it was funny. But
I bet he did.
Clyde and Nolan had been teammates in Anaheim.
Hey, Jim, did you bat against Nolan?
Yeah, I faced Nolan, and basically my game plan was to try to eliminate his curve and try to get a fastball if I could. The whole thing about Nolan, if he was getting his curveball over that night, there was a good chance he was going to throw a no-hitter because it was a knee-buckling curve. Now, the first time I faced Nolan, I asked the veteran players in the dugout, I said, anything you guys can tell me that would give something away on Nolan. And they go, yeah, he grunts on his fastball. I go, okay. Well, I got into the plate thinking, okay, he grunts on his fastball. But the first fastball he threw, he threw, it hit the catcher's glove, and I heard, I go, that's just a little late.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. But one other time with Nolan, I had counted 14 fastballs in a row before I got to the plate. He threw me all fastballs to get the count 3-2. And I'm thinking he's going to throw a fastball again on 3-2. He drops a hook on me that started at my face, and I was kind of bailing, and it went for strike 3. And he kind of, as he came off the mound, he kind of put his glove up to his face. I asked him about that later. I said, why would you throw a number 9 hitter a curveball on 3-2 after 18 fastballs in a row? He goes, I wanted you to remember it.
Nolan Ryan's a beast.
Yeah. Jim, I want you, just because it's funny, I want you to tell the viewers, I know you have to go here in a minute. The last thing I want you to tell everybody is the story about when you and Nolan, he threw the first pitch out.
And before we get that story, I got one more question from Lewis real quick. Lewis said to Mr. Sundberg, out of all the pitchers you have worked with over the 16 seasons, which pitcher stood out that you had the best rapport with, and why?
Good question.
Well, I ended up catching 9 Hall of Famers. My first game was Ferguson Jenkins. My last one was Nolan. I worked real well with Fergie. I love catching Fergie. He had amazing control. He hardly ever shook me off. And here, when I caught him, he going into my first year, he was a 6-time 20-game winner, and he was so good to work with from my viewpoint. And it was great. I had good rapport with a lot of guys. I would say there's only 3 guys that I really confused me trying to catch them out of all those years.
Do tell. Can you give us one of them?
Well, one of them was Tom Candiotti.
Okay.
He ended up being a knuckleballer, and I caught him in Milwaukee, and they called him up, and I mean he is barely a major league pitcher. In fact, the only reason he ended up being a major league pitcher was he got the knuckleball. Well, this guy was shaking me off. I mean, they brought him up from the minor leagues, let him start. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm a veteran of 11 years now. This is my 11th year. And this guy is coming to the big leagues. And you might think he would have some confidence or would listen somehow. He was shaking me off so much, I had someone in the dugout count the times he shook me off. And by the time we got to the 5th inning, it was 53 times.
No way.
Wow.
It was 53 times, and the guy got killed. But it was but he ended up getting a knuckleball, and had some good years.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, I want you to tell the viewers the Nolan Ryan, Jim Sundberg story.
On the mound?
Yeah.
When he was throwing the first pitch or whatever that was, and I want you to set that up and tell everybody, because it's great. It's greatness.
Well, we were, when we were together in the front office, we went to the World Series in 10 and 11. We got beat by San Francisco in 10.
The Cardinals
that
in 11.
That awful loss in St. Louis in 11.
Mm-hmm.
But one of those games, pregame, they wanted him to throw out the first pitch, and then they wanted me to catch it. So, we didn't talk before the pitch on what he was going to do. I just figured he was going to get out there and just lob it in and throw it. And I'm standing straight up, and all of a sudden he starts into his windup and kicks his leg up in the air. And, the more this windup goes on, I start to squat because I don't know what he's going to do. He throws a bullet. It was clocked at 85 miles an hour at my shin. And when I went down to catch it, my pants exploded. and air rushed in. The only saving grace of the night is I had black underwear on with my black pants, so no one saw my whitey tighties. I had black underwear on, and he got the biggest kick of that. He thought that was the greatest thing in the world.
That's awesome,
man. Nolan, did you ever talk to him after that? I mean,
I still have the pants in the closet. I hadn't even signed them, and I still have them in the closet.
$1 million pants right there.
Yeah, there you go. blown out britches.
I'm telling you.
Compliments of Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Greatness. That's
well,
funny.
Jim, I know you have to go, man, but it's always an honor to see you, man. Can't wait to see you again here in person. Man, we just had our last men's breakfast. I didn't get the chance to go down after work, but yeah, we'll see you next Monday or next Tuesday, man.
We'll be seeing you guys.
Yeah, man.
Hey, great to be with you.
You got an open invitation to this show. If anytime you want to come on and just
let me know,
baseball, man. We're always here for you, brother.
Jim, thanks for your time, man. Always a pleasure, man. Appreciate you, man. Okay,
guys.
Take care, Jim.
Yeah, you good. See you.
Jim's awesome.
Oh, that was awesome, man.
That's fun. Freaking major leagues, all-star, World Series champion. I mean,
Jim is just, I just remember the time when I was at the cigar lounge with him after we went out there, because you wasn't with us when we went out to go to Lockhart's Barbecue. Right. And we went out there and hang out at the Lockhart's Barbecue. And of course, Brian always wanted to go smoke a cigar. All of us, we left. Well, just me, Brian, and Jim, we left and went to go to Elite Cigars over in Plano and just hanging out,
cool, yeah.
Appreciate it, Martez, man. Thanks for watching, brother.
That's good stuff, Martez. Good seeing you, Martez.
So just sitting there hanging out with him, but he's just cool dude. It's hard for me to grasp that he's a Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying? or is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know.
Texas Ranger Hall of Famer.
Texas Ranger Hall of Famer, yeah, but World Series winner, because to me he's just Jim. He's just Jim.
It's just Jim, man. It's just Jim. And he loves the Lord like nobody, man. I love that he mentors men and he speaks life into men and he prays for men. And so, man, just kudos to a guy like that. So,
well, D-Wade, we've come to the time of the show where, we got to talk about what happened last night, man. Yes. We got to get these grades in and just kind of figure out exactly what these teams did and what they didn't do. So, man, without further ado, man, let's talk about the WNBA. I want to do something that I normally don't do, but I want to give this intro because I like this intro I created, man. Let's go ahead and talk about the WNBA. We'll be back in about 20 seconds, y'all. Yeah, that was the intro, man. Listen, man, the WNBA, man, before we go any further, man, listen, the WNBA collective bargaining agreement has now got these women paid more money than any in WNBA history. To show you what that means, when the league first started in 98, the average salary was $50,000. Last year, the average salary was $85,000 a year, and now the average salary this year is $225,000 at a minimum, but the average is kind of around about $350,000. So these women are making a lot of money, and so I really, really appreciate what WNBA collective bargaining agreement, the union, and what Kathy Elgevard was able to do to get these women paid. And of course, we're talking about $1 million contracts. Ain't nothing compared to the men's, but yet we are here. And so we're going to kind of grade the best draft class we've seen in years. And we thought 2024 was cool with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark came out, but that has nothing to do with this draft class because after the first, Angel got drafted second round. But after the second round, it wasn't nothing. But man, exhausting was the draft yesterday. I was there for every bit of it, man. We're going to talk about the Portland Fire. Now, listen, we already talked about them getting Bridget Carlson from the Minnesota Lynx, but in the draft, they didn't really do too much that I thought was great. They got a bunch of overseas players with Invania Martin, Ken Rome from Spain, Frida Buttenher from Germany, and then Taylor Bigby from TCU. They came out much like a development style type deal. Like they didn't quite know where they fit in. The way they was doing the expansion draft was a little weird to me. So I'm just gonna give my grade. I give them a C plus, and it's really a non-rateable because they're an expansion team. What you expect, right? So I don't know. What do you think about the Portland Fire? Bridget Carlson was pretty good, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. They were like a fish out of water, and it's going to take them a year to kind of figure out how this works and what's this all about, and because the draft was phenomenal. So, but I guess they got the girl from the guard from out of Spain, from Spain, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm seeing something different over here. I don't know what I did, but I take that back. Oh, no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, they got a guard. They got, I guess, who they thought was the best player at the time. So, I don't know that if she was or she wasn't, but we'll find out,
Now the Toronto Tempo, they did a little something different. They came out there and when they took Elena, what's her name? Julia Alemán from the first round. She's a Belgian player. They number one pick in the expansion draft. I bowed my head and almost threw some of the TV because it didn't make any sense to me, right? Because when you start looking at the pool they had to pull from, that was a lot to pull from. And obviously she's a champion. She won multiple championships in the Euro League, so maybe that's why. But then later on, I think with the 6th pick, they end up getting Marina Mabry. Well, y'all know Marina. If you watch the Unrivaled League, she torched it up. She was the leading scorer in the Unrivaled League. And then when I got the Slim Reaper, Brittany Sykes, so I'm like, okay, they're doing real good. But then they went over and got Kiki Rice from UCLA, their point guard. Man, that was special.
Man, was that good?
Was that good? Man, hey, they letting them know this ain't no development. So they did a whole lot better than what the Portland Fire did. And so they're going to bring a lot of energy to Canada. And, that was just one of the many UCLA players that made the draft.
And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to tell you, I think Kiki's a sleeper. Yeah. I think she's going to be legit. I mean, I'm not saying superstar, but she's going to be a really good player in this league. And I love her game. I loved watching her all throughout the March Madness tournament. And I just like her as a person, too. So kudos to Toronto for picking her up.
All right, then the Seattle Storm. Now, when they it's like their breaking news to the offseason came with Skylar Diggins-Smith is leaving. Nneka Ogwumike is leaving. And I'm sitting back like, man, what is going on in Seattle? They don't have a clue. Then they come out in the beginning of the draft, and they're number one. They have the number 3 pick overall. Then when I got Iowa, fine. And Lou know, because I was like, man, Seattle don't have a clue. And here's the reason why. They signed Ezi Meglibor to a max contract. Really getting much playing time. You know what I'm saying? They've been waiting for her to get older and get developed, but they signed her to a max contract. Obviously, they still got Dominique Malonga on her rookie contract from last year. So you don't need another big. Now, Iowa Fun, she's like, what, 6'4", 6'4", but she plays big. So I'm like, why they get another big? And so I was kind of thrown off on that. But then they turned around and got Tahina Mar, the girl from Duke. She's a star. And then Marta Suarez. We know her from the Big 12, right? You know what I'm saying, down at TCU. And so we love that. So that kind of made up for it. You know what I'm saying? I think if you put Mar and Suarez together, that'll kind of make up for Skylar Diggins leaving. But then, in Nneka, and there's really nothing that can place Nneka Ogwumike, but she's getting older, so she went back home to LA Sparks, man. What do you think about Marta Suarez, our girl from TCU? God,
well, first of all, you and I are partial, because it's TCU. What are you giggling about?
Because the way you look, the look said it all. You're like,
yeah, but so I mean, I'm gonna support anything that comes out of TCU pretty much. But she can play. She's gonna be able to play, and she didn't get as much attention because of Olivia Miles. From a social media and from just a press standpoint, but the girl can ball. So, and I saw her on something last night, one of the news channels, and I just like the way she talked, the way she handles herself. So I'm excited about her.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. So we got to talk about Marta Suarez because I totally forgot about Marta Suarez and what happened to Marta Suarez. Golden State Valkyrie didn't do much in the offseason. My grade for Toronto Tempo was probably a B+. I didn't forget to get them. Seattle Storm, I give them a good solid C+ because we still let to be seen. Golden State Valkyrie, man, I give them a straight up solid D. Because they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. And I'm like, their first expansion team to make it to the playoffs, what they did last year. But man, every team's got better except for them. And then they take their number 2 pick, which was Marta Suarez in the second round, and traded her. And traded her for Seattle. So their first round pick, which was Flo J. Johnson. They traded Flo J away to Seattle for Marta Suarez.
Right. And the 2028 second round pick. Yeah.
Yeah. So you turn around and trade. How do you trade your first round for a second round? You're a playoff team and you get to have a top 10 first round pick and you trade it for a second round pick and you get a D. Now it all worked out for Seattle because Seattle got Flo J. Johnson over there to work. She's going to be a real, real good point along with Tiana Mir. So that's going to really, really work out over there. I think Tiana Mir has been traded too. So we'll see. They've been making a lot of deals. Seattle since this thing been started. I got to go get down their trades, but I give them I give the Golden State Valkyrie a D. They deserve everything bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Connecticut Sun. Oh, bless their heart. Bless their heart. I'm so sorry for the Connecticut Sun. They can't seem to get right at all. First of all, everything they're doing this offseason is really for getting prepared to go to Houston. They didn't want to do too much. The team has been announced. They haven't made it official yet, but it's all but said and done that the Connecticut Suns will be in Houston next year for the 2027 season. And so them signing Brittany Griner for 1 year makes so much sense because their young stars are going to need some help. Aaliyah Edwards, she's good in the post. Her footwork is a little slow. Her decision-making is a little slow. So I think her work with Brittany Griner will help Aaliyah Boston in the post because even though Brittany won't see much playing time, she's still unguardable. And then you still got Anissa Morrow over there to help them out. And then, of course, they added in Diamond Miller to go to that squad. But over here in the draft, they didn't do too much in the draft. Let's pull it up. Where the Connecticut Suns at?
Angloma.
Yeah, they got France. They got the girl from that girl from UCLA, Niepke, Gianna Niepke. Aaliyah Boston, you better get your work done quick because this young lady can take your spot. Just call it what it is because she can shoot it inside. Now, Aaliyah Boston, not Aaliyah Boston, but Aaliyah Edwards, she's an okay shooter from deep. But man, Sarah Williams, I don't know about that. But yeah, I give them a C-. Phoenix Mercury.
I know nothing about this girl from France. Nothing.
Me neither.
Okay.
We ain't got no film on. I mean, unless we go YouTube, but that ain't really telling the whole story.
No. So okay, I hope, as long as I'm not the only one. Okay, good.
Man, the Phoenix Mercury is falling from grace quick. Got all the way to the finals last year and got beat by the Aces. But man, you talking about the left side? They lost Satu Sabli. They did sign AT, Alyssa Thomas, and our girl Kalia Copper. But that is it. That is it. They ain't got really nothing. They got a friend. They got two overseas players, a girl from France and a girl from Hungary. So I don't know. I feel sorry for Alyssa Thomas because she's been long chasing the championship and she had a good shot at it last year where she was beating through the playoffs. And they signed her wife too, DeWanna Bonner. So yeah, that's I don't know. But Phoenix, man, you didn't even get a grade. No, I tell you what, you get what they gave us in high school, an F.
Oh.
And if I put an F+ on it, that makes it even worse.
And if you go in the SNU, satisfactory, needs improvement, non-satisfactory, you got a U, a double U.
You got a U, exactly. Like nobody wants to watch y'all next year unless y'all become must-see TV, but it's going to be hard for y'all to convince us anything. Now, I like AT. Alyssa Thomas, man, she is a dog. She will leave it all on the court, man. She will fight hard. But, man, they just didn't give her no help. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do with that team. The Dallas Wings. Now, D-Way, I didn't want Eureka to stay.
Yeah. Oh, I know. So
I didn't want her to stay. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I didn't think that energy was good last year. And then when I watched them play in the one-on-one Indian rival league, after Paige knocked out Arika in the unrivaled league, Arika took off. Paige had to hunt her down and give her dap. But even with that, it was kind of like, all right, then move on type stuff, right? I just didn't think they got along. But Dallas Wings signed her to a 3-year contract. So she decided to stay. They end up stealing 2 girls from Minnesota with Jessica Shepard and Elena Smith.
Yeah.
And now you got Azzy Fudd. And they still got Maddie Sechrist. They still got J.J. Quigley. They still got Ezra James, who really, really showed out in the unrivaled league. So they got a really good squad in Dallas. I'm not mad. I'm going to give them a B+ because we still got to figure out, is this a nucleus D-way that can work? Because I know you want a bigger. You want somebody bigger.
Yeah, and then correct me if I'm wrong. We've got a new coach first. This is a new coach too coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, so that always comes into play when the chemistry, how that's going to all work too. So, but they are definitely going to be on everybody's radar. And
everybody's going to be watching Azzy Fudd and Paige Beckers. They already starting to do commercials together.
And I already told you, so you and I and Dr. Curtis and the lovely Mrs. Wayne, we will be at a Wings game this year.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
And
Lou and Coach, y'all, we got to go to a Wings game. We got to bring TJ with us, because TJ don't like women's basketball. We're going to drag him to a Wings game.
And we also need to get Brandon to one. He doesn't like women's basketball, so yeah.
Yeah, get him too. Now, Coach, I know Coach probably stepped out because he's at work right now, but if he is watching in rebroadcast or even watching right now, we got to talk about his Los Angeles Sparks. Boy, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad going over there. You talking about
going on over there.
I mean, Kelsey Plum, who deserved the Supermax contract, only signed a 1-year deal, $1 short from $1 million. She signed a $99 million dollar.
$199,000. Okay.
109. I'm like, what in the world for 1 year? Sources says that she wanted to create cap space for them to sign better players, but then they turn around and give Derek and Hamby a max contract. Then they turn around and when they traded for they let Rakia Jackson go to Chicago and bring in Errol Atkins. We saw how bad she was in Chicago, and they signed her to a multi-year $1 million contract. Yeah. She getting paid $1 million in both years. I'm like, and make it make sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They must know something we don't know, because I can't. No heads or tails of it for me. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know what y'all are doing. Do y'all know what y'all are doing? Because I still think Kelsey Plum's one of the premier players in the league.
High five.
And they got no guards. Yeah, and they got no help. She got no help around her now. So
how in what world does Errol Atkins make more than Kelsey Plum?
Thank you.
When Angel Reese had to take the ball out of her hands because she wasn't doing that good last year in Chicago, out of all people. And she's going to make it make sense. Now, her veteran leadership is there. She's definitely a very explosive talker in the locker room. She's been around for a while, so she's seen it all and done it all. I think she's been on some championship teams, so she's definitely not a slouch player. But you're talking about this is not, yesterday's prices ain't today's prices. so it's like when they're giving out money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, there's some people who got to go in the back of the line,
Yeah. And also sit in the back of the class while they're at it.
Exactly. So, and they end up getting Tanaya Lawson as well. And so, me and Lou, we talked about it last night. This may be the writings on the wall for Kelsey Plum. She may just try for 1 year, and if she don't like it, she'll know she'll be able to make more money next year in a max deal. So she may be out next year. So I give them a big old flat. I give them a D because they still got Kelsey and they still got Nneka Ogwumike came back home. So I give them a D. I ain't gonna give them a big F. The Indiana Fever. What to say about this team right there? They really didn't have to do much, D-Way. Indiana didn't. I mean, you
and I touched on that this morning.
Yeah.
They are what I call loaded. You got Kelsey Mitchell. Didn't she get the big contract?
She got the first Supermax contract, 1.0.
And then you got Aaliyah Boston, who's one of EC's favorite players.
Yeah.
And then they re-signed Sophie Cunningham.
Yep.
And then did you tell me they still have Lexi Hall?
The sharpshooter Lexi Hall, they still got her. Yep.
And they got one Mrs. Caitlin Clark. So
coming back healthy.
We just named 5 big time players that, along with the draft that they got, I love them picking up the girl from Vanderbilt, don't you?
Justine Passat. Listen. I watched her. Let me tell you the reason why I watched her. When I watched her play, because obviously with Vanderbilt, everything was about Michaela Bridges, right? When you watch Vanderbilt, it's about their young freshman. But I'm sitting there and watching Passat play, and I'm sitting there like, the first time I said, I was like, I can't imagine her playing, you know. And believe it or not, the one name came to mind, I can't believe it happened, was Caitlin Clark, because she's a big guard. She can shoot over anybody, and she have a quick release, right? She's not going to get in the paint and bang.
Right.
But you don't, like, when you have guards that can facilitate, all you need her to do is just do her job. And because she plays, because she can be the guard, a forward, and a guard, she's a real good defender. And so, but when I tell you lights out shooter, oh man, I say, yeah. So that was completely unfair, because now Caitlin got multiple people to throw it to. Now, here's the thing. Here's the one thing, D-Way, about Caitlin Clark that I think that people missed over this winter. She got to play with the USA team. Caitlin got to play with other superstars, which she haven't done since she's been in the league.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She missed out on both All-Star games. Well, she played in the first All-Star game her rookie year, but she missed out on his last All-Star game, right? But her playing with the USA team, right? All those superstars, along with Angel Reese, you know, understanding that she don't have to always be the best player on the squad.
Well, now you beat me to it. Yeah.
Now she is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But she don't have to be.
But
go ahead, D-Way.
So I'm just going to piggyback off of that, because you're all over it right now. The best thing about where the Fever are right now is, EC, is this. Caitlin Clark doesn't have to be a superstar every night and score, high 20s, 30s for them to be competitive, okay? Right. She's just got to be Caitlin Clark every night, and they're going to be so good. Don't you agree?
Hey, we got an international viewer. I can't pronounce the name, but man, greetings from Turkey, man. Appreciate you showing the love.
Very cool.
Fan, man. Thank you for your support of the channel. Appreciate it. But she has Caitlin Clark. I believe playing with the USA team. I think she realized now in Western State. Now, granted, here's the crazy thing: she still led the USA team in scoring, but it wasn't like how it was in Indiana, where she felt like she had to take every single shot.
Right.
She facilitated. Right. She moved the ball around. And of course, they killed the rest of the women in the world. But now coming back, to a team which Aaliyah Boston can get buckets. Kelsey Milch can get a bucket. I think she's learned a lot. And then you turn around and you add in another guard with Raven Johnson. Oh, man. And then we just talked about Justina Passat. Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hey. I mean, they've got to be one of the front runners.
Hey, top three.
Yeah.
Top three. Because they got there last year. And they just failed in semifinals.
Indiana, I want you guys. You have everything, all the pieces now. I want to see you guys come together and put a phenomenal team defensive package on the floor every night and start, concentrating, because you can score. But I want to see a collective team defensive effort from this team. Okay? That's what's going to take them to the next level.
Facts. Now, the best team that won the whole offseason, in my opinion, who won the whole offseason, free agency, as well as, well, actually, they really knew too much in free agency, but the draft, oh my God. Washington Mystics. You already had Sonia Sidstrom and Kiki Irifan. They cleared the way. Let everybody move on, and they're going to hang their hats on those two. I mean, those girls are great. They came in and fit in right away. They became the top two players of the Washington Mystics last year, and then they turned around and they got our girl from UCLA, Lauren Betts, with their number 4 overall pick. Then they turned around and went stop there. They went and got Lauren Betts' homegirl from UCLA, Angelica Dukolich.
Yeah.
And then they didn't go there. They went and got Cody McHome from Ole Miss. And so I'm like, they went to the SEC and got an SEC team, because we know how cold the SEC team was, right? And then they didn't stop there. Then they jump on over and went and got Cassandra Prosper, who I thought was going to stay with Hannah Hidalgo for another year.
Yeah.
But she came on out and got her. Yeah. And then they didn't stop there. Then they went and got Rory Harmon with the last pick of it. I'm like, God dang. They're going to have to be, it's going to be some fighting for some playing time over there.
Rory Harmon, dude. Rory Harmon was a steal for them.
Steal. She should have.
Oh my gosh.
She should have went second round. I don't know what it is.
I just put that together, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A plus for them, bro.
A plus. Man, that team is going to be exciting to watch. That's my new team. Now, I can't say the same for our girl, the Minnesota Lynx. I just don't. We have to talk. Somebody need to call up Cheryl Reeves and figure out what the heck that team doing over there. Because this is terrible.
Let me grab some. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Cheryl Reeves and the Minnesota Lynx, man, they let Bridget Carlson go to the expansion team to Portland. They let Alana Smith as well as Jessica Shepard go to the Wings. They have no bigs, and I know she got to do it all by herself. And then they get nothing out of the draft. You know, they got Manila Pooch from Australia. No, that's New York. I'm sorry. They got Olivia Miles. They did get her. And so that's going to send Courtney Williams packing. I'm sorry. And then they got Leanna White from Utah. I'm sorry. But now you and I, we had to disagree with this morning about Olivia Miles.
Yep.
The problem with getting Olivia Miles is the fact that you already got Courtney Williams and you already got Kayla McBride.
But buckets.
Where does she fit in? Unless they're thinking about.
I know where you think she fits in. So why don't you go and tell the world where she fits in?
I don't know.
Oh my! That's not what I heard this morning on my little cell phone.
Now, what I said this morning was saying that she's going to be a superstar player. I just don't know it's going to be in Minnesota because we're trying to figure out what Minnesota going to do with all those guards.
Yeah,
and Courtney Williams may be getting ready to pack a bags to go visit her stud bud over in Seattle. I don't know.
Because that's what's going to happen if Olivia is what you're saying, what you're projecting her to be.
Yeah.
Okay. And she must be all that in a bag of chips because she was the number 2 player picked in the draft.
Yeah. She's going to have to come in and build chemistry with Courtney and Kayla right away. Because we don't even know right now as it stands, Nafisa Collins still got maybe about either a couple of weeks to a couple of months still out, 4 to 6 weeks out in January. So she can even because the thing starts next week. So I mean next month in May. So she's going to miss the first couple of weeks of the season, and then she still got to get back into basketball shape. So yeah, the Minnesota Lynx, man, is hit rock bottom right now. But you know what? It's always next year because they got some players coming out next year. You know, the New York Liberty. They're in a New York state of mind right now.
Yes, they are. New York.
Hey, I said it. I said it yesterday. If running back was a face, it'd be the New York Liberty. They was projected, man. They won 9 straight games to start off the season, man. They was on a run. They was about to try to do a repeat, and then Breanna Stewart got hurt. And losing the first round of the playoffs to the Phoenix Mercury, man, hurt them. And so they decided they all committed coming back, except for Naria Sabali. But they went and got the better of the Sabali sister with Satu. So they upgraded. So that team is really, really upgraded, man, because you still got Jaquel Jones, you still got Breanna Stewart, you still got Sabrina Ionesco, right? And then you got now you got Satu Sabali over there. I mean, that's all you need. That team right now is the number 2 contender to win it all.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
They was right there. They was right there.
Okay.
Atlanta Dream. They have become the Hollywood of Atlanta, the Black Hollywood. I love me some Alicia Gray, and I love me some Ryan Howard. You know, D-Way, I was drinking Atlanta Dream Kool-Aid all last year, man. I love those 2 player styles, man. And then you turn around and you add in an Angel Reese. Perfect fit. You couldn't have a better perfect place for Angel Reese to be after just coming off her great, and I have to give her some flowers on this, her awesome Victoria's Secret photo shoot. She did the runway early in the last part of last year, did a great job in the runway. Now she did her Victoria's Secret photo shoot. Great job. And now she can put all that aside and come and play some basketball, man. She's a workhorse. She's a baller. She's not the best player on the squad, which that's where she needs to be. So I am really, really excited for the Atlanta Dream and what they're going to do. It's for the culture. You got to hear the ATL fans right now. Cam Newton did a whole podcast on Angel Reese. Come over there. So they're excited, man, about what they can bring. Cam did mention about Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, no, but Breonna Jones is better than Brittany at this stage of her career. So they got some pieces over there. And then you're going to add in the girl from South Carolina, Medina Gott. That's crazy. Now, Indaya Navarre, whatever it is, from South North Carolina. She's gonna fight for playing time. She's going to have to fight for playing time.
Yeah, I didn't see her much this year.
She was good. She was okay. I mean, she was okay. I mean, North Carolina didn't make it that far, but she's okay. She got drafted, so she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the Tina Pow Pow.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about Medina and Ghana, Tina Pow Pow, they got chemistry because they played together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy. So you got chemistry on top of chemistry. You got 3 BFFs on the squad and you got 2 ex-teammates. That team should be all right.
If Angel if that whole deal from a chemistry standpoint, if Angel comes in and fits in and that thing works, especially with Pow Pow,
yeah,
they could be really interesting to watch because I have grown to love Angel Reese.
Yeah.
And I really like what she can do for her team offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
So she's a big force to be reckoned with. So I think that's probably the team I'm most interested in watching this year. So yeah.
Chicago Sky, the place that let Angel Reese move on to the Atlanta Dream. So let's see how they did. Okay, so you still got Camille Cardoza.
Mm-hmm.
You go over there and you get Rakia Jackson for Ariel Atkins, which Rakia is a young superstar in the making. You bring in Dejanay Carrington, who was, like I said earlier, is kind of like an Angel Reese type player. You know what I'm saying? She's not as good a defender as Angel Reese, not as good as a scorer as Angel Reese. She's not a double-double queen, but she does all the intangibles too as well, right? And she come without the drama package, right? So you don't need that. And then you turn around and you get Skylar Diggins Smith. That's enough said. Skylar, look, it's sad because Angel Reese did all this fussing last year. All this screaming about getting some help. As soon as y'all move her on over to ATL, y'all all of a sudden y'all just unloaded all the help over there. Listen, I can tell you one thing. Ain't nobody going, Skylar Diggins, if she gonna go viral, she gonna go viral for doing the exact same thing that Angel Reese did. She ain't gonna be afraid. She's gonna speak her opinion. She's gonna speak her mind. But she's a great veteran. And now you're getting Courtney Vandersloot back healthy. You talking about between Courtney and Skylar Diggins, man, they're gonna teach all those young players how this game works.
And you hadn't even said anything about their first-round pick, girl from UCLA.
Gabriella Jaquez. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she's going to be a real handy player, not a superstar, but a really handy teammate. Someone you want on your team, someone that will be good around with all the other girls. Yeah. And I thought that was a good pickup for them. Did you?
Yeah, it was an excellent pick. It's an excellent pick because one thing we know about Gabriella Jaquez is that she's coachable. And that's one thing that I love about we talked about her last year about the coach Corey. So Corey was there last night, man. 6 of her UCLA girls got. And you talking about, man, she's a phenomenal coach. But those girls she had, all 6 of them are coachable girls.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
None of Lauren is the biggest girl in the league outside of Addie Crooks, right? But she didn't have that diva mentality. She didn't have that it's all about me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very humble young lady, right? All those girls are very humble young lady, and that has to go down to their coach, man, Corey. So, man, I mean, that's one thing I love about this. The reason why I say that's important, because Skylar is going to be on field coach. She's going to be on the floor coaching. And they're going to need to listen. And I think they got a good grower. The only one I think that may get a little hesitant, maybe Rakia Jackson, and Dejanay, you know what I'm saying? But Dejanay wants to win. So, we'll see how they work out, but they're going to have to listen.
Angel's got to buy in and understand that Skylar's she's in charge.
Yeah.
All
right. The last on the list, the number 1 team that's slated to win it all is none other than Las Vegas Aces. They got nothing in the draft. They get nothing in free agency. They haven't done nothing. The only move they made was sign Chelsea Gray. They signed Chelsea Gray to, I think, a 3-year deal. They signed Jackie Young to a 1-year deal. Jewel Lloyd says she's not going anywhere. They have yet to sign Asia Wilson, but Asia Wilson says she ain't going nowhere. So they're just trying to work out the particulars and stuff like that. So they're going to sign other pieces to the puzzle before they go ahead and give Angel Reese that Supermax deal. So we already know, but this team going to run it back. Now, all the moves we talking about with Washington, what Indiana's doing, what Dallas Wings is doing, and what Chicago's doing, all these other teams that's building up these super teams, that ain't got nothing to do because you still got to beat the champs. Out of all these players that came out of the draft, ain't none of these guards better than Chelsea Gray. and none of these guards is better than Jackie Young.
Yeah, I mean, none of them
and ain't nobody better than Asia Wilson. I don't care who it is. So
right, yeah. I mean, none of the guards are better than Caitlin Clark. None of the guards are better than Skylar. None of the or Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, I'm just speaking specifically about the Las Vegas Aces because this is a team, D-Way, that have done nothing. They got no draft picks. They got one. Let me see who they got. I think they got like a third round pick. The Aces got, which really wasn't a pick at all. They got a second round. They got Janai Barker from Tennessee and Jordan Obi from Kentucky.
Yeah.
SEC team, she was okay. And I say okay. I mean, I wasn't really heavily invested in Tennessee. I mean, they made their run a little bit. They have, because they're in the SEC. So, I was looking at the other teams, but they was a pretty good team. Right. So that was a good solid pick for them. But like I say, that's the difference when you're coming from that type of environment to the world champions. Like, how good you got to be right off the bat to get some playing time. These ain't a team that's looking for help. They got the help. So, but maybe she's a player for the future. Because like I said, Jackie Young did sign a 1-year deal, but I think she signed a 1-year deal to get a max contract next year. And so who knows, Asia Wilson may sign a 1-year deal just to get another super max next year. We don't know how this is going to work out, but we do know, man, they love them some Becky Hammond, and they're going to run it back next year. I mean, they're going to try to win it all this year. Right now, they're the favorites. Like I said, I got them the favorite to win. Then I got New York, and then I got Indiana. So, we'll see how it go. That's it, man. The NBA season's getting ready to playoffs are getting ready to start. I think they start Thursday or Friday, whatever it is, man. So tune in. I got a confession to make as a sports podcaster. I have to be honest with you guys that I probably watched maybe 3 NBA games this whole season. Now, I've been doing a lot of highlights and stuff like that, and diving into stats and doing like post-game stats and box scores and stuff like that. But sitting down and watching the whole game, maybe 3. And because I've been heavily invested in trying to make sure that I give all the love to the women, from women's basketball to the WNBA. And Doris Burke, man, her emotion said it all last night in the draft about the money, about the attention, and about finally the women are getting what they deserve. She's bringing up our girl from Houston. The first pick of the whole WNBA season was I smiled. I forget her name. But brought her up and talked to them. And she said something. She said that Tisa Thompson, she brought up Tisa Thompson and told us, she said that even the new collective have some things in place for the veterans and I think it maybe have to do with their retirement package or whatever. I don't know. But the fact that Anika Gumbawale and all of them fought for that and didn't forget. And I tell people, man, that's the sisterhood when it come down to the WNBA, man. They do not be like the guys. The guys love the crap on the old head guy. They love that. They forget them guys. But these women, they do not forget the ones who paved the way for them. And that's one thing I love about the WNBA. And like I said, Doris Burke, emotion said it all. So that's what my attention has been invested in. But now we got a whole nother month before the women play. And so now we're going to really, really dive into the NBA and just go from there, man. We're going to rock this playoff, man. We're going to see, can Golden State get out of play-in? See, can the Lakers win their first playoff game with the playoff series without Luka and the AR-15, Austin Reeves?
Yep.
It's about to be crazy, man. But in that D-Way, man, what you got the final thoughts of the day, man?
So my final thoughts are, and thank you. You see another phenomenal show, Jim Sundberg. I mean, don't get any better than that. I said it my final thoughts last week were, if you get a chance, try to tune in to watch a tradition like none other, the Masters Championship Golf. Okay. So my hat is off to Rory McIlroy, who won the Masters Championship back-to-back. He is the 4th man to ever do that. He's in that category with Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods and Nick Faldo, and now Rory McIlroy. So it was a great tournament. Man, our local boy, Scotty Scheffler, made a hell of a run and finished in 2nd place behind Rory. But Rory did what he had to do and took home a little time. Bless his heart. All he got paid was $4.5 million.
That's it.
To win that. So, but man, that was exciting. Enjoying
we got to talk about Justin Rose.
Hey, dude.
Hey,
He's a grinder, man.
I'm up there cracking up because I'm like, Justin Rose came from nowhere.
Yeah.
Had 2 back-to-back holes. I think he had a birdie on 2 back-to-back birdies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dropped himself into tying for the first place.
Yeah.
No, he tied for second place. Then turned around and got in the first place, and then came the first place winner by one stroke. So he had the league all by himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's almost like he climbed up the fence, looked over the fence, and realized he wasn't supposed to be there. And then went right back down. I was like, as quickly he rose and he fell. I was like, oh my God. And Scotty, I want to say this to you, brother. The number 1 golfer in the U.S., and some say arguably in the world and the PGA.
Yeah. Yeah.
That match was yours to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
You parred your way to a number 2. So that wasn't you just because the other player was dropping strokes, but you just par. You had, I'm not going to say you had a bad game because he's better than me, but man, had you at least picked up at least 3 more birdies, you could have easily been the number 1 spot.
That ball that rolled just clipped the corner of the cup on 17. If that one, of course, like JW
he hit in the
says,
crowd 2 times, didn't he? Yeah, he hit in the crowd a couple of times in the trees. I'm like, where you going? What? Dang, what you trying to get autographs? You don't want to play no more? I'm like, what are you doing? Come on now. This is
but
gone.
Hey, we love us some Scotty, local boy.
We love Scotty though, man. He's a phenomenal guy, man. We love him, man. But this is Roy's McIlroy's McIlroy's moment. So yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Looking forward to I'm probably more looking forward to the WNBA starting than I am the NBA playoffs starting.
Facts.
And that is my final thoughts. So.
All right, my final thoughts is just that, man. Listen, I already talked about the NBA getting ready to get started. I was going to mention the PGA, the Masters, but they took that. So that's my final thoughts. And you know what? Hey, it's all good, man. But for those of you who are still watching, man, who may be watching now live or in rebroadcast, man, listen, this is the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Before we go, please, if you're on watching now, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. But leave conversation. Even when we're logged off, you can still leave comments so we can still reply and respond and join this conversation. But until next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, for myself, Coach D-Wade, thanks for Jim Sundberg for joining us on the show, along with Jonathan G., Lewis Medford, Martez Turner, Tawakina Claiborne, Brandon Marshall, our new watcher from Turkey International. We appreciate you for watching.
My buddy Dalton that jumped in.
Dalton for watching, man. We appreciate all you guys, man. And for myself, EC22, the FairWeather Fan, Coach G-Wade, we are